Hello everyone, it's Lucy and I am back with another video. In today's video we are doing a snow leopard habitat. I did decide to kind of put in a mountain area in their middle of their habitat just because I wanted them to feel as at home as I could. Unfortunately, the snow leopards don't really like a whole lot of coverage, so I kind of overdid it with the coverage. I may have to go in and kind of delete some of the landscaping once, if the game starts acting up or, it causes protesters to come. But as of right now, they seem like they're okay. I just wanted to add in a lot of trees and make it kind of look like a little mountain area. It's like a snowy area. So I just wanted to kind of have that, aspect of the game in here. So that way there, I was hoping that it was more natural as possible. But unfortunately, snow leopards don't really like that much coverage, which I didn't know that until after when I put the snow leopards in the habitat. And then I just added in this kind of like, little stream area. So that way there they can drink fresh water. I really like just doing that for the animals because I just think that that is a little bit more like their natural habitat, is having kind of fresh water that they can go and drink out of. And then just raising the terrain a little bit around the mountain because I wanted to make it look, like it's supposed to be there. Unfortunately, I think around the back I have to kind of raise the terrain up a little bit more. The keepers and all the staff are the only ones I can kind of see around the back of the mountain, so I think that that's okay. And then adding in, a little bit more of the raised terrain might help a little bit. I don't know, because once I started seeing how, I added in some of the trees and stuff and I went around the back, I was like, that does not look like it's supposed to be there at all. But just tried my best. This is like the first time playing around with the terrain tools, like creating like a little mountain, because I'm always so scared. So usually my habitats are pretty flat, but this time I just tried to make a little bit more of like terrain in the habitat so it's not so flat. Just because with the winter animals, the Arctic animals, I really want to try to create a little bit more of the raised terrain to make it look a little bit more natural. So I'm trying, and I'm just trying to practice. But these trees are so pretty, and they hate these trees in their habitat, but they're so pretty and they were kind of festive. And as I was building this, habitat, it was actually snowing where I was living. So I don't know, I just went crazy with all of the trees and with all of the snow, and I just kind of went crazy with that. And like I said, the mountains and everything. So, and then also putting in this nice little hard shelter. I always like putting this one in. I've put it in quite a few of my habitats around the zoo. I just kind of copy and pasted it from the Bengal tiger's habitat and just placed it in here. I just really like it. I like this little rock formation. And then just trying to put some rocks and some, landscaping around it. But unfortunately, I knew this was going to happen. As I was doing this, I was like, they're probably not going to like any of this coverage. And I was right. They don't like the coverage. So I think, like I said, if the game starts acting like, it's causing problems and creating like protesters to come in, I'll probably take all of this landscaping away so that way there the animals can be happy, because I care more about their happiness. Unfortunately, with this habitat, it is very huge, so the guests cannot really see in very well. They're complaining that they can't really see the animals because I didn't realize how small the snow leopards are. But I don't really care if the guests can't really see them. I know I probably should, because I think it creates more guests to come if you get good ratings with the guests, but I don't really care. I kind of care more about the happiness and more about, the look and practicing, trying to make sure that, the habitats look really well, as opposed to, what the guests think. So I may add like a little viewing area on top of the habitat eventually, just so that way there the guests can maybe see in, maybe they can see a little bit better, but I'll have to see how I want to go about doing that. As we get a little bit further along. But right now I just wanted to create a habitat for the snow leopards because we've had them for a bit, and I just want to make sure that they're happy and that they are out of the trading center. But adding in some more rocks, I just kind of like to do that around the trees just to make it, filled out a little bit more. So that way there the trees look a little bit more naturally placed in the habitats. I did add a few snow rocks in. I was going to take them out because I was looking at them as I was building and I was like, I don't know, they don't really go. But once I added the snow, it looks a little bit better. But I may, delete them and put the other rocks in. I'm not sure. Or I may change around the little hard shelter and make it with snow rocks as well. I'm not really exactly sure if I want to do that yet or not, but we'll see. adding in a lot of enrichment items because I'm hoping that these snow leopards have some babies. And if you have a lot of snow leopards in your habitat, they need things to play with. So I just wanted to make sure that they had enough enrichment items to cover everyone that could possibly be in the habitat. I really want to kind of turn off the mating portion of it when they have babies because I kind of want to keep them. But if they have a lot of males, then I'll have to probably get rid of them. Just because it creates like overcrowding and alpha status issues and they start fighting. So I want to kind of avoid that. I love putting in these glass barriers as well because the guests can kind of see in. I don't know, it just kind of looks really cool when they're raised up because they do have to be raised quite a bit because the snow leopards can climb as well. And then just adding in these bushes. So I just kind of put them against the fencing so that way I don't know, it just looks a little bit more natural because if there's, raised, barriers and you put these on there, I just feel like it looks a little bit more natural. And that way they can't really see out and you're kind of protecting them a little bit more. I do have to put in the, one-way glass for the habitat as well, just because they might get a little bit stressed if I don't have that. If they can kind of see the guests peering in on them, they might get a little bit stressed. And I didn't mean to put all of the, bushes all the way around just because I do have that path for the guests that they can come to the side and see the animals. But I ended up putting it all the way around, so I have to take some off. But it took me a really long time, so I'm kind of not knowing if I really want to do that yet or not. But I put a lot of guest facilities in the back of this habitat as well because I feel like our zoo is expanding and this area might expand as well, and I just want some staff areas to be covered so that way the staff don't have very far to walk to get to places that they need to go. So I wanted to do that. I actually think that as of right now, I may have to hire a few more staff members because we are getting a lot more animals. I feel like the staff is definitely getting a little bit stressed out about how many animals we have and they're not, feeling like they can do much for them. But we'll have to do that eventually. But anyways, you guys, we are getting towards the end of the video. So I'm going to end the talking portion right here. Please stay tuned to the end so that way there you can see the animals kind of walking around and see how it turned out. But like I said, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And I will talk to you all very soon.